Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be taking a look at the HGUC, the Gundam Base Limited Unicorn Gundam Luminous Crystal Body version. So if you guys have been following my channel for a little while, since this has been announced at least, you know that I've been really looking forward to this kit. I really like the look of this. I've been waiting for Bandai to do a kit of this, and I wasn't sure if they were ever going to. I've seen people do their own customs online, and it's really hard to make this effect look really good, but I think they've done a pretty dang good job with this. This kit looks really cool with all the crystal effects on there. So of course this is in the destroy mode. It doesn't mention this there on the kit, on the box I should say, but this is of course, as you guys can tell, the Gundam Base Limited, so this is only available from the Gundam Base shop in Tokyo. But of course, if you're living outside of Japan, you can get it through different proxy sellers. In this case, this was provided to me by Samurai Buyer on their site, which I will provide the link for down below. Under the Mobile Suit Gundam section, they have a section that's specifically for stuff that's from the Gundam Base. So if you're looking for anything of those like exclusive kits, you can check out the link for that down below. Exclusive kits and other merchandise that's exclusive there to the Gundam Base Tokyo. They also sent me a bunch of these candies here as well, so thanks for that. Alright, so here on the side of the box is basically the same thing that's on the front. On this side, you can see what's going to be some of the new parts of this. This does include an Action Base 5, which is very cool, and it's in like a clear, sparkly black, so that's cool. And of course, it's just showing some of the crystal effect parts and also new hands. New hand parts are designed based on the scene in the series, which are included there. So it has these flat, extended hands here like that, so you can use those for the kit. You can see there's how it's going to look, front and back with the included base, and in the pose there's more about the base, and it's just showing that you can build just the regular Unicorn Gundam in Destroy mode without the crystal effect parts. If you so choose, I'm not really sure why you would, but you could do that if you want. Going around to the other side, there's just some information here about the Gundam Base in general, with an image of the Unicorn Gundam using a CG image. I'm not really sure why they did that. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's not an actual image. It's not an actual photo. It would have been cool, I guess, better if they would have just had an actual photo, but alright. And you can see some pictures of the Gundam Base and inside the shop, inside the Gundam Base there. And then the price for this is 3,000 yen, so not really all that expensive. I think that's maybe just slightly more expensive than just the normal version of this kit. So inside the box here, we're greeted with just some of the regular psychoframe parts. And all of the parts are actually molded in a slightly different color. They all have like a metallic-y green kind of tint to them, so we'll take a look at the runners here in just a bit. Here's the new psychoframe runners, so those are going to be kind of the main point of interest for me. And we have our white parts, which, as I said, are not in original white color. They're more in like a pearlescent mint kind of color. And all the gray is changed to a very metallic green color. A few more parts there, including our new hand parts. And then we have our base parts in that nice sparkly clear black. And then we have our manual for this. So we do have a whole completely new manual for this, because it's going to be pretty involved with all the new psychoframe parts in there, so we don't just have like the same manual. It's still going to be generally the same though. So alright, here at the bottom we have some information about this and some snapshots there from the anime. Flipping around to the back, it's just all instructions there, so it's going to be kind of no frills with this manual, not really a bunch of images or anything. We just have our manual here, which is not really going to have a lot of X's, but you will have leftover parts. It's optional if you want to use the original psychoframe runner or the new psychoframe runner. I guess you will probably use some parts of each no matter which form you choose, but anyway, we do have some leftover parts there from the action base and polycaps. And then for the manual, this is pretty interesting how they've separated this. So it's showing you whether you want to build the crystal body version or the original version. The crystal body version is marked with this kind of crystal icon there, and the original version is marked with just this star here. So depending on which version you build, you pay attention to where there's either the star or that crystal looking segment there, so you can choose between which form you're going to use, so that's pretty cool. Other than that, the construction just goes along pretty usually, finishing up the body, the backpack, the head, the shoulders, the arms, the upper body's done, onto the legs, the feet. Back around to our color pages here to finish up the legs. They're pretty involved, and then the skirt section, and then it's pretty much just done. And then we're assembling the base here, and then last but certainly not least, we have the weapons, the shield, and the beam rifle, or beam magnum I should say. So those are just kind of extra things if you're going to build the Unicorn in its original version, because I guess the Luminous Crystal Body version at like the end of the series, if you're going for like anime accuracy, it actually doesn't have these equipped at the time, but you do have them included with this, so you might as well build them anyway. Alright, so let's get into it here, starting off with the foil sticker sheet, and this has a couple things I was a little bit worried about. So all these stickers are normal. These ones go on a few different parts on the kit. Those are standard for the regular version of the kit, has those two, cameras and eye stickers, but these stickers 4 and 5 there are what I was worried about, that on the psycho shard, kind of psycho frame parts, the crystal body parts, there is actually supposed to be little bits of white armor within there, so it looks like you're going to have to actually mask that if you're going to be painting it, which is going to be a little bit difficult to do, to say the least, or use these stickers like this. PC132 for our polycap runner here in a very interesting color of mint green. Nice big 4-color A runner here. It's what would originally be yellow, is kind of a metallic-y green tinted yellow. What would originally be gray is all this very metallic-y green plastic now, and what is normally dark blue is sort of a little bit sparkly, a little bit metallic-y blue color there, and then one clear part there in the corner, clear green for the eyes. Runner B is a bunch of our white armor parts, which again is in a kind of lightly mint color, high gloss metallic kind of color plastic, very interesting. And then runner C is more of the same, just some parts here for the arms and the legs, so in this case we have 2 of the C runner. Runner D is some more parts for the weapons and bottoms of the feet and thruster bells and things that would normally be gray, but again are in that really metallic green color. And the runner E is our normal psychoframe parts, so these, I guess if you aren't going to use these for this kit, you could put these parts into a different kit. So say if you just, for example, had just the regular destroy mode version of the Unicorn Gundam, you could now put a green psychoframe into it, so that's cool. Nice leftover parts here. That said, I haven't built the kit yet, so I'm not sure how many of those parts you are actually going to have to use in this case, because I think you are probably going to have to use a few of those in here, even if you do build the crystal body form. But anyway, here's runner F1, so this is some of the new parts. We got runner F1 and then also runner F2. It's not a copy of that, it's actually an extension of that, so it's going to be all different parts here. And in case any of you guys were wondering how reactive these parts are to UV light, very reactive. Under a UV flashlight here, they're shining very, very brightly, so if you wanted to wire up some UV LEDs inside here, or just have like a LED display base with some UV light, it's going to be shining pretty cool. So I just want to give you guys a close-up look at a few of these parts here. You can see they look really cool with all the little crystal effect parts going on like that. I think it's going to look really nice. One more new runner here. This is actually something I wasn't expecting. Runner G is some of the new armor parts that are going to be going in between the new Psycho Shard, I want to keep wanting to say Psycho Shard. They go in between some of the new clear green parts, so you will need stickers for a couple of them, but some of them will actually be made up by parts, so that's nice. And then finally runner H for our 2 new flat hand parts for the kit. And in case anyone was wondering, the new runners for this kit are labeled HG144 scale, Unicorn Gundam, and that Japanese there I'm guessing just says Luminous Crystal Body. And of course we can't forget about our action-based parts. Like I said, these are all molded in that nice kind of sparkly clear black. It may not be for everyone, but it kind of goes with the thing of this being kind of a collector's item kind of kit. So like I said at the start, I'm really excited about this kit. I think it does look really cool. I'm a big fan of the Unicorn, and I know there's a little bit of Unicorn fatigue. We've seen just so many versions of the Unicorn out over the years, but I think this one definitely looks cool. If you're a big fan of the series, especially, not even just the design, but I'm a big fan of the series, and I think this was a really cool part of the series. So I'm glad that I'm able to reproduce that here in kit form. So I think this will be a cool kit. So thank you to Samurai Buyer for sending this to me. Again, guys, if you want to check out the Gundam Base exclusive stuff that they have on their site, you can check the link down below. Thank you guys, as always, so much for watching. I'll have the review coming up for you next. If you have questions, comments, leave those down below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. See you next time.